Hey guys, how are you all doing? My name is Lucky from Lucky Lifestyle. I am an endurance athlete and plant-based fitness blogger, and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about why I fell in love with triathlon and how triathlon and Ironman racing came about in my life. I've always been big into sports, and up until recently I was only doing strength events. I was doing bodybuilding, powerlifting, I was doing a little bit of running, but I wasn't a big fan of doing cardio. It wasn't until I did my fundraiser trip where I biked from Vancouver to San Francisco. I did that, it took me 22 days, and when I flew back home I was like, you know what, I need a bigger challenge than that. And Ironman came up in my head. I think I saw it on Google or something, but I didn't know what Ironman was. I didn't know that it involved swimming, biking, and running. I just liked the name. It seemed big. So after doing a bit of research, I saw with an actual full distance Ironman involved. I think it was like 3.8 kilometer swim, 190 kilometer bike, and a 42 kilometer run. I was like, wow, it's a little bit too crazy for me. I haven't swam in 7 years, and I don't really run that much. I've never ran a marathon before. So I decided to sign up for a half Ironman instead because I knew that that would be a challenge. I originally wanted to sign up for an Olympic distance, but I knew that I could already accomplish that. So I really wanted a challenge, something that would actually have to push myself for. So I signed up for Ironman 70.3 in Victoria, which is where this shirt is from. That happened on June 3rd, a couple weeks ago, almost a month ago now. So I started training at the end of November, December 2017, and I trained for 6-7 months up until this race. I was only doing it to push my limits and try something new, and I didn't expect to fall in love with the process. Something you have to know about me is that I get really bored really easily. It needs to be entertaining, things need to change. And with having 3 sports to train for, that definitely kept my mind going, kept me interested constantly. So I was like, oh, I need to learn how to swim properly, I need to learn how to bike properly, I need to learn how to run properly, which I've coached myself for the past 7 months to swim, bike, and run. So that's what kept me going, kept me interested. I was like, all right, today I'm gonna swim. Like, how do I position my hand? How do I breathe? How do I go faster? How come there's people in the pool swimming faster than I am, but look less fit than I am? And then I learned all about technique. It's about technique. It's not about you trying to push water as much as you can. Because the bodybuilder and powerlifter mindset is raw strength. You just need to push through it. But swimming, it wasn't the case. I was sinking every time I was doing that, and I was just burnt out after doing 50 meters. And honestly, 7 to 8 months ago, when I first started training, I couldn't swim 50 meters. I had to listen to people, coach elderly women beside me to tell them how to breathe. It's like you position your hand like this, and then you turn your head and you breathe. And after 15 minutes of listening to them, that's when I first started trying to swim and breathe properly. So definitely the variety of training that was involved in Ironman and triathlon racing, that's what got me. Especially I could add weights into there. That's what kept me interested and kept me going. And when I did my first race, which was a UBC Olympic Distance Triathlon in March, just to get me ready for my Ironman, I was like, oh my God, this is so fun to race. Like you can swim really well, but then you can still mess it up if you bike too slow. And then if you swim really well and you bike really well, but you run really badly, you can still lose the race if you run too slow. So the fact that the race wasn't dependent on one sport at all, like you needed to perform well in all 3 of them, that really kept me interesting because you constantly had to be on, your mind had to be on, you always had to push your limits, or else you could just lose the race, or you can slow down and not hit the time that you wanted to hit. So when I did Ironman Victoria on June 3rd, I got into my swim and I think I had like a panic attack 100 meters in. I wasn't used to swimming with the wetsuit, and I felt stuck, and there were so many people around me, and I was just freaking out. I think I lost like a minute and a half in the water, just trying to calm myself down and tell myself you're good at this. You've been training for 7 months. You're actually able to swim 3 kilometers, and this is not even 2 kilometers. Like, you can do this. So after a minute and a half, I got to swimming. It went really well. I got out in 36 minutes. I ended up swimming 2.2 kilometers instead of 1.9 kilometers. And I got on the bike. The bike went really well. I biked an average of 30 kilometers an hour, which was a lot faster than I expected. And then when I got on the run, I ran, it was around the lake, so it was 11 kilometers, I think, around the lake, because it's 21.2 kilometers for the run component for a half Ironman. So anyways, I got at the 9th kilometer and my left calf just gave out because I injured myself a week before. But I was trying to hold off for the race and see how it would hold off. It didn't do so well. So I lost function of my left calf and I couldn't push off of it. So I was using it as a pivot foot and pushing off my right foot. And I did 12 kilometers that way. That's how I finished the race. But what was cool for me is that my goal for this race was to finish under 6 hours, and I finished in 5 hours and 55 minutes being injured. And that gave me the motivation to just do another race and see how fast I could actually go. And I didn't want to better my time by like 30 minutes. I wanted to do something drastic, something that would bring me close to like the top 10% of racers that are competing. So I decided to do Montchamp because I'm from Montchamp. I'm from Quebec originally, so I went to go see my family. But that's where I first heard of triathlons, when I was living there. So I decided to do this race and pick a crazy time that people don't do after 1 year, 2 years of training. So I decided to do it under 4 hours and 30 minutes. And now I'm just in love with the process of bettering my time, of bettering my technique, of bettering myself, whether it's physically or mentally, from a nutritional point of view. I have an amazing team behind me that's helping me achieving this. My coach, Nick, that might be watching this. Nick, I appreciate you. Thank you for helping me out because I couldn't do it by myself. My friend Sebastian that's going to help me with nutrition and guiding me towards optimizing my health and my body. And my amazing girlfriend for supporting me in just from the start. And now knowing that's a year-long journey that I'm going to be working towards, I really appreciate it. Just all this to say that this is why I fell in love with triathlon, because it was a constant challenge. And even though you complete the race, you can always push yourself. You can always go faster. You can always train harder. You can always eat better. And that's what got me stuck into triathlon. And that's why I'm committing a full year of my life to training for this race next year. So I invite you guys to join me on this journey. This is basically what I'm going to be documenting for the next year of my YouTube channel. Nutrition, what I'm going to be eating, what I'm going to be doing to recover, what I'm going to be doing for training, events that I'm going to be attending is all going to be on my YouTube channel. So I invite you guys to click on the subscribe button if you want to be a part of this journey. If you want to show some support, be sure to click the like button, and feel free to follow me on Instagram because I do Instagram story daily, my trainings, what I'm eating, something that I can't do every day on YouTube just because it involves a lot of time. So yeah, guys, I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in a couple days. Peace.